Yo, what's going on, everyone? I was gonna try to do like a YouTube hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Fumu back at it again. No, I can't do that. That's just not me. So yeah, more Monster Hunter World today. We're just gonna keep working on Dual Blade Progress, most likely. Today's the last day that I'm gonna be streaming at this time slot. Just because of a change in work schedule. So instead of streaming in the mornings, when I know a lot of folks can't actually watch, I'll be streaming in the evenings because my shift will actually allow me to get some of my evenings back, which will be kind of nice. Still a lot of details to figure out on that, just because I don't know for sure when I will be getting out of work. I work at a call center. I close the queues. I can't leave until the queues are cleared completely. So, in the past, that has meant that I don't get to leave until 30 minutes after my shift sometimes. But we'll honestly see how it goes. We've added a lot more staff, and as of late, I've been able to get out of work on time. But I don't know if that's going to be the same case when they shift that closing time up 2 hours. So, we'll find out. But anyway, that's not important. Let's play some Monster Hunter. That's kind of why we're here today. Alright, so I found out something. If you put your PlayStation to sleep when you're still in Monster Hunter, it will just, why is he looking at me? Oh, I thought he was looking at me. It will just disconnect you from the online part, but you'll still stay in the game. So like when I fired this up, it just said, oh, you've been disconnected from the online service. You need to reconnect. Yeah. So, that's kind of nice. I have to keep quitting the game.
Want something making?
Alright, so let's see. It's probably the Diablos clubs first. It's technically the first thing on my list. And those Wyvern gems are just going to be a butt and a half to get. I could do some more Taziki, but I feel like I've been hunting that on stream a lot as of late. Could crank it out though, that's going to be the last bit I need, at least for the dual swords. Do you need just one more Kulu Beak? Pure Totus Fins. All these things are actually very, very easy. Let's actually just go ahead and get the Black Diablos out of the way. And then, who knows, I might be able to get a Wyvern gem off of it. So let's see. Actually, I think I don't really bring my Diablos Piercer for this. Change equipment. Yeah, the Griffin Bazooka. Let's get connected to online again. I just do private sessions because I don't like the whole people entering in and out, posting shit, guilt tripping you to help them. It's yeah, just a bad time. Trying to make plans for what I'm streaming and what I'm doing in Monster Hunter. So, other Monster Hunter news: this weekend is the Iceborne beta, and this time it's not required for everyone to have PlayStation Plus in order to participate. So that means anyone can try it out. And based on how the beta went this past weekend, it's super freaking cool, and I highly, highly suggest checking it out. Yeah, it was just such a fun time, and I'm really excited to see if there's any new content that they're releasing to us, or if it'll be just poking around with the same old stuff. Which is fine. I actually really, really want to poke around more with some of the different weapons. So that way I can... Black Diablos. I was like, which one were we hunting again? That way I can kind of poke around more with the Clutch Claw. Oh my gosh, I love the Clutch Claw, guys. It was so much fun. And if you are not... if you didn't get familiar with it, basically what it is you fire a slinger thing that is a claw, and if you attach, it actually you get onto the monster, not in so much the mount mini game, but the it's kind of just like its own little thing, I guess, is the best way to kind of describe it. But basically, you have two options. You can either do an attack with your weapon, or you can do a like unload all your slinger ammo, except for certain ammo types I found out. But you unload all your slinger ammo, and you basically wound the monster. I think the slinger ammo actually does a stun, whereas just doing an attack with a weapon just does a just wounds the body part. But that wounding is actually pretty important because it increases the damage done to that body part, which obviously is really, really cool because that means tails are easier to cut, parts are easier to break. So I can't even imagine how fast parts are going to break with the wound mechanic and part breaker. Well, I don't know the math of how much more damage the body part takes when it's wounded, but it just poking around with it last weekend, it was super fun, and I really do think it's going to bring headlocking back, which was a technique that I used to do back in the very first Monster Hunter. Okay, so there's a Diablos here. But where's the black Diablos? Usually they just both start down there. That's what I thought. Trying to trip me up. See if we can't catch him down there. Oh, I didn't bring slingers or screamer pods. That's alright. Ah, I don't even know. Oh, I broke it already. Oh. I have the shield mod on this. Nope. That would have definitely helped in this fight. Oh, this is gonna really suck. This is gonna really suck. This is going really rough. You know? Probably just go grab my lance, to be honest. Because I need to be able to block against Black Diablos. Deuces. Should have just ducked into those bushes real fast, but I suppose this works. Just need a de-aggro. Lesson learned. Do not bring a gun to a Diablos fight unless there's a party who can distract the homies. Alright, so just kidding. We are going to use this. We will use... Blast could be fun. But what the hell, we never get to use this thing. I forgot about my mantle. Use Rocksteady as well. Earplugs will not help on this one. Okay. And then let me go ahead and just do Blade. I didn't even pop my Demon Drug. I'm really bad at this game. We'll grab Screamer Pots. And then, ooh, I need more Screamer Sacks. It's actually kind of harder to get the Screamer Sacks, I've noticed in this title, because they don't come from the boss monsters at all. They only come from the Wing Drakes, which you're not always, you know, taking care of or hitting. Sorry, I normally come over here because there's a honey spot, so I might as well just get the better first aid kit out of it. I'm gonna go check up on my dog that I put outside. Give me just a second, I will be right back. Okay, 1 second. Oh, there we go. Alright, one other thing that apparently is coming in Iceborne that will be really nice is a pause feature. Obviously that won't work online, but you know how it goes. Actually, I might want to put screen pods first. Hello. Where are you going? Oh no. It's gonna be a real big issue if I can't bust those horns up. 'Cause that's exactly what I'm here for. Remember kids, Screamer Pods are important in the Diablos fight, but you can only use them if Diablos is in range. Also, don't be a scrub and get hit. Bonk! I have any lances that have white sharpness. Blocking is insanely important in this fight, by the way. Oh no! Be able to just move the front off. That needs enrage. Or cheat, excuse me. Now, oops, that sucks. Yeah, I'm out of Screamer Pots. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. This is not gonna work. Let's get out here before that Diablos comes swinging in. I don't think I've ever changed weapons this much during a fight, but I'm gonna have to. We're really after those horns. So I need something that I guess has higher sharpness. I was thinking yeah, this might be my route to go. Otherwise, I might have to maybe do like a bowgun that has a shield on it, which I could do. I should have restocked on screamers. Oh well. 'Tis okay. Poke. Oh, I was like, what? Why did I put my weapon away? The white sharpness, I think, is already helping. Hey, see? Except for now. Yeah. Speed sharpening is godlike. Such a handy skill. Need to gem into something and you're not sure what, speed sharpening is always a consideration for any Blade Master user out there. Obviously this has speed sharpening from the armor set itself, but highly significant skill. Why would you do that over here? Oh god. It's like, I'm not sure which way this hitbox is going to come from. Oh. That's whack. Going all the way back there. Who'd have thunk? Oh, with any luck, we might be able to get a turf war. Turf war. Yeah, that's right. You initiate that turf war. Diablos. There's never a clear winner on those. Either of them could win. So whoever loses though does it. Because of the rules. Bastard. skull. And Diablo's. Why is Diablo's back? I lost the turf war. My dude. Dungpotted dude. Thank you. Never up that I wanted you to go though. Alright, so we got both the horns. Oh. Thanks, Rocksteady. Tail isn't super important for me to get, but obviously it's just a nice bonus. Alley-oop. Here, let's just... I had traps on this loadout. I guess not. Yeah, Flashbot is gonna reach in time. Alright, where's that tail at? Oh, this shit again. Hate it when it does that. Alright, so now I just need Mr. Dude. Please leave. Wake up, Black Diablos. Don't. Don't. Son of a bitch. Why do you do this? I think it was trying to do another turf war in the coding. I'm not even sure what that does anymore. heal for a little bit, please? Thank you. Alright. Actually, we'll just return to camp. It'll depend on if I get that horn or not. It's like, I forget the exact title of the item, but that's okay. I need to restock on some ore. I was running out of some of the basics like Earth Crystal. Keep making too many weapons. Yeah, I won't worry about it. So yeah, I don't know. If I'm soloing a Diablos, I have all the aggro usually, so I can't bowgun that fight. Lance makes it a crap ton easier. But I'm sure if you just slap a shield mod onto a heavy bowgun, you should be okay. Baller! I think we... Did we get... we got both things that we needed. That was worth... Oh, and I'm almost level 100. Nice. That is one less Wyvern gem I have to worry about. So I guess I get to go back to the camp. I'm curious. Because in Coral Highlands, there's a way that you can just kind of like head to a bridge and it's like return from expedition. Is this the same thing? Heck yeah. Alright, so... Nice. Alright. Check up on this. We're at 8, we're doing fine. Approved. Let's see. This one does technically get wing drakes. We'll go with it. Maybe I can get some screamer pods off of that. So let's make these Diablos clubs, mark that one off our list,
There you are,
and
Slimer.
move on to the next one. Dope. Alright, so next up on the wish list is I'm gonna save that actually for when I play with a couple of my friends, because I need a Bagel Goose gym and they need Bagel Goose stuff. So we're actually gonna tuck that one away and save it for when I'm hunting with friendos. Seeky it is. Change equipment. And then we are going to bring... I forget which one does more damage to him overall. Let's find out. Alright, so if you haven't been to it before, honeyhunterworld.com, and as you can see, I've used this quite a bit. On here, there is a web armor set builder, and what you can do is say I want to find out how much damage I am going to be doing to a target. Oops. So let's see, I have the beta, alpha, 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 beta, alpha, alpha, alpha. And I've got the attack charm. And then I'm assuming my decorations. Okay. The attack jewel. Technically I have a vitality jewel in here, but that's not going to affect our offensive stats. So we're going to check the difference between Sin versus the Decimation Claws. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come up here. You're going to go over here to the sword, which is this my damage window. You can click my target. You're going to choose what category this is. So this is a Wyvern. Looking at Taziki. Alright, so we're going to look at just the average. So the average is 172 with Sin. Luckily we can kind of keep this up, and it has ways to kind of look at the two. So I want to compare them to Decimation Claws. Decimation Claws does more damage. Despite Taziki having, I think, a Thunder weakness or something, I don't have a maxed out Thunder weapon yet. Yeah, because I don't have Kodachi Claws 3. I have the 2, not the 3. But even then, Kodachi Claws 3 doesn't even do as much damage as the Decimation Claws. The only other option is the Monarch, which still is not doing enough damage to Taziki. I mean, how about my new Dual Destroyers? Still not doing it. Any of these guys doing more damage than Decimation Claws. Getting close advantage. Oh, Diablo's close too. Wait, what was the Dual Destroyers? Oh, that's the Taziki weapon. Okay, so Diablo's clubs is actually doing more damage overall, which is actually really cool to see. So, and my armor set's going to counterbalance the negative affinity that Dual Destroyers technically has. So that's really cool. 201, Lava Cyclone, Enduring Schism? Wow. 165. It can't handle 2 elements. 180. And then wow, Diablo's clubs are actually taking it over everything, not including the Call of Taroth weapons, because I don't have any of these guys. And I definitely don't have Zerial. Zerial technically takes it over the Diablo's clubs. But, so my strongest option is actually neither the one that I was looking at. It'll actually be the Diablo's clubs here, just as an average damage here, because I don't try to guarantee where I'm going to hit all the time. So, cool. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. We've already equipped our Diablo's clubs. Don't foresee me needing really any of Mantles, but we'll take the Rocksteady just in case. Manage items. Blade. Let's go hunt a Taziki. Let's use up this last one that I got here. I should have just done a voucher on it. Oh well. We'll save those for when I'm trying to Wyvern Gym farm. Alright, we're probably not going to get hit a whole lot, hopefully. So I am just going to take the attack up, and then we should be good to go. Alright. Alley-oop. Taziki is starting a little farther up the path than normal, but should be okay to go this route for now. I see him. Psst. He doesn't want to see me though. Aw? Aw yeah. Let's go. Heck. So the Rocksteady Mantle, if you're not familiar with it, allows me to basically not take any hit stun, and it also makes me immune to like roars. I don't know if it helps against stun itself, but yeah. So initially it was kind of like the speedrunner's dream because they can just focus on like going ham and not worry about taking the hit stun when they get smacked. Hazel. Alright, Flash McDash is gonna dash. So we're gonna see where he goes. He's gonna try to go somewhere. It's gonna chirpin'. I'm so surprised that these Diablos clubs take it over Sin despite the sharpness difference. Whoopsies. Odogaron is actually one of the very few weapons, I think, that actually gets consistent white sharpness for all of its weapons. Come on. Alright. Heck. Oh, I should have grabbed the Elementalist Jewel. Oh, I'm a fool. I could have increased my damage output. Actually, maybe. I don't know. It requires a level 2 slot, so I don't know. It would rely on this weapon actually having a gym slot, so hard to say if. Hard to say if that actually would be possible. Hi, Weepile! Thanks for tuning in. We're doing boring hunts today. I've been having to farm Tzatziki like a crap ton as of late. Oh, Basilus is over there. Just breaking stuff. Yeah, I'm just kind of dinking around. I'm only doing this because I'm trying to complete all of the... Is Tzatziki still going that way? What a jerk. Basil, let me get it. Thank you. Hey, I needed that. Deuces. Yeah, so my goal right now is to complete all the dual swords in the game. So I'm having to fight a lot of things that normally I just didn't need anymore. So that's kind of fun though. I found out I really like the dual swords. Basil, please. So we actually just calculated that, interestingly enough, these dual blades that I just finished do more damage than any of my other dual blades, or like any of the other non-Call of Taroth dual blades in the game. To Tzatziki specifically. I couldn't say if that's the case for every single monster, but. We're gonna return to HQ because that was the last use on that investigation. These ones are the Diablos. Diablos line. So Diablos, Black Diablos. They do have negative affinity, but I'm in Odo Garen armor, so that's gonna counterbalance that. So these ones are. Oops, where's my equipment info? There it is. Yeah, Diablos Clubs too. So they naturally have just the -10 affinity. Oh, and they do have the... Okay, that answered my question. I forgot to put on an Elementalist Jewel, so I could technically slap that on this build and maybe crank out more damage. That's going to be cool, actually. So I should do that on this next hunt. But yeah, so surprisingly it just did a teeny bit more damage than the Nergigante weapons to Tzatziki. Let me see if that's the case for like everybody. So we're in Diablos Clubs here. Okay, it's not the case for everything. Like Kulu technically will take the same amount of damage from... Oh no, I'm just kidding. Diablos Club still does more to Kulu. So does the target 190. Yeah, okay, so it's still doing more there. Got everything but the Bird Reborn gem. which, that being a gym, and the chance for me to get it on another monster will work out a bit easier. But, yeah, so let me show you here. Whoop. So Honey Hunter World is kind of how I was calculating this. So just an average, not set to a certain body part. It's showing decimation clause on, like, say, like the Taziki is 190 plus 2. The Diablos Clubs 2 do 201. Now technically, come down here to oh, which one was it? There was one that had 209. Oh, it was Zerial. That's right. Zerial technically does more, but I don't have that. So, the Diablos Clubs 2 ends up calculating that a bit easier. And then, so like for the Kulu, which will be what I fight next here, I just want to make sure it's updating these right. We have 190 there. Then we have 179 plus 2 there. I think the Kulu is a little more sturdier than Taziki, but it might be catching that as the rock for the calculations. Oh my god. 299. Diablos Clips 2. 317. Holy buckets. Alright. So anyway, that's Honey Hunter World. You can put in your armor set and everything, and then calculate damage that you're doing to it and stuff. And it's really kind of nice to just kind of compare what's actually going to be your best option. So, really cool website. Whoops. There we go. So yeah, what's kind of nice too is it factors in the fact that I'm counterbalancing the negative affinity, because obviously negative affinity would affect the damage output as well. Yeah, it's just calculating everything in there for you, and it's a handy tool. Really, really like it. Alright, so since the Bird Wyvern Gem is the only other thing I need for that weapon, I need a Kulu Beak. So, looks like we're doing this one. Can't faint. Alright, no biggie. Yeah, I think it's just for Monster Hunter World right now. I don't think they have a GU equivalent. But yeah, it's been super handy. Kulu, I think, actually starts kind of closer to Central Camp. We'll just pop a voucher. But yeah, speaking of GU, I've been playing that a little bit more. I still don't have Switch Online, so I can't like play with anyone. That, and I'm also like nowhere as far as online progress goes. Like I'm still HR 1 as far as that goes. But I'm kind of in a pickle on GU. I told myself, challenge yourself, go with just light bowgun for GU. And I did that, and you know, it's been pretty fun. Valor style is probably my favorite style for it. I still haven't figured out my favorite art yet. But I'm at a point where it's like, man, I want to try something else. And unlike World, and you'd think I'd be used to this, unlike World, I have to completely make a different armor set in order to poke around with, say, like, dual blades again. Because back on Generations, you would, or I'm sorry, back on Generations I was an aerial dual blade dude. But unfortunately I lost my file, because I didn't keep it when I sold my DS. So I have to redo everything, which really sucks because I had just finished Dread King Rathalos armor. But, yeah, I kind of want to start to poke around with, maybe the dual blades again or something, and now I have to kind of backtrack a little bit, make some new armor, and then get back in there, so this kind of stinks. I won't worry about the black hits. But yeah, I keep meaning to buy the Switch Online, but I just haven't had anything pushing me to do it just yet. But I think if I can figure out my new stream schedule, I will have an easier time scheduling that to be at a time where like everyone like when more people would be able to play with me, basically. Whoopsies, I missed. I was feel so bad streaming in the mornings because it's like no one can actually like either watch or play with me, so I just end up having to do either solo hunts or randoms. So yeah, you know, it's so weird because Monster Hunter is a super grindy game, but I don't get that grindy feel. So ooh, hold up, there's Gaptar. Whoop. Got him. Yeah, me and Fuma have been playing a lot of World as of late. We kind of got back into it with a few friends who are local here, and we've been playing a ton of it as of late because we're trying to help them get caught up for Iceborne and everything. And yeah, it's been super fun. Oh, I forgot about this rock bullshit. Oh my god, Kulu. Yeah, I think the last time we hunted was CEO of 2 years ago, wasn't it? Or maybe we've played since then. I honestly don't recall the last time we hunted with him. Yeah, it's been like super unfortunate because I haven't been able to go to the locals because of my work schedule. But Picano kind of helped take over the running of the locals and everything. It's still consistent, and still going, so that's really nice. We've got our monthly this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm super rusty though, because I don't really play Pokken at home, just out of habit of not doing so, and so I'm like only playing Pokken once a month now, and yeah. Oh, that's right, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now. Cause yeah, we hunted with Corgian and Oats. But no, did you get a chance to try the Iceborne beta? What the fuck? What was that? Oh, you're right there. Yeah, you. I did not sharpen that. Alright, well, Kulu's just gonna run around in circles, apparently. Oh, are you gonna have a chance to try the beta this weekend? It's super fun. And it doesn't require PlayStation Plus to try it out. I did get an opportunity to try it out this past weekend, and oh my god, it's incredible. I really enjoyed the clutch claw mechanics that are coming in, and they made some changes to like light bow guns that I really liked. It's super cool. I really enjoyed it. I think if I can pull it off, I'd like to stream it. Yeah, it should be available the entire weekend, so you should be able to try it on Sunday. Because I think it goes into partway Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that was a way to make that demon mode just kind of last forever. Yeah, it's super fun. I'll try to stream it too, if I can. I've got the monthly Saturday, and then I might be able to do it that night. Yeah, we'll have to see, basically. Really wish Prowler was included in World. Yeah, it was kind of sad to see that kind of Prowler came in for one game, then exited on the next title, and then came back for GU. I didn't poke around with Prowler too much. I guess it wasn't my cup of tea. But, Jimmy Christmas. Just gonna get all the Revoltures. Got it. Nice. Those things like swarm to that. Yeah, I didn't poke around with Prowler too much. I haven't tried it in GU. I haven't tried a whole lot of things. I need to get back to trying more weapons out. Alright, I got my Kulu Beak, but I did not get my Bird Boomer gem. Sad day. Yeah. Trying to break up the violence. But me getting that beak, I think, finished an upgrade. I don't think it's the final upgrade on that line, because it probably takes another Bird Wyvern gem. But we'll see. Oh, I forgot to go to freaking headquarters.
Are you okay?
There we go. Sorry, just catching up on a few messages here. Video. Catching up just on a few messages here. Alright, so, oh yeah, it looks like we did finish one. Other games that I've been playing or looking forward to, I don't know, I feel like I'm in such a funk when it comes to games, because I have a super hard time trying out new games. But as of late, I was streaming Monster Hunter and My Time at Portia, kind of consistently. I do occasional streams where I talk about Final Fantasy TCG, which I've been kind of into as of late. And then I was looking at a game that I might pick up for Switch, but it's another RPG, and I have that terrible habit of starting an RPG and never finishing it. Not so much 100%ing it, but like never finishing it. So like I started Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy 4, and I just never finished any of those. 3 and 4 kind of got on my nerves a little bit, so that's kind of why I haven't been playing it. But 15, like, I enjoy it, I just stopped playing it. Didn't really have much of a reason. I think it was because I was getting back into Monster Hunter and stuff. So, it was... the game I was looking at, though, was The Last Remnant Remastered. It kind of looked like an interesting combination of like, not so much Fire Emblem, but it was like a strategy RPG that kind of felt like Star Ocean Combat to me. Yeah, they're either addictive or a chore to play. Yeah, I don't know, it's like RPGs are definitely my thing. I love playing like for a good story and everything, but I have such a hard time sticking with them for no explained reason. So I don't know. I keep telling myself I need to stream like maybe Final Fantasy 15, so that kind of forces me to stay consistent with it. But then I look at all the other titles where it's like, well, I got farther in this game, so I should maybe finish that one. Like one of the other things I was talking about doing was my next game to 100% was supposed to be Witcher 3, and that's a massive game to try to 100%. Oh well, yeah. Yeah, some, like, I don't know, Pokemon I haven't had too much trouble with finishing those off, but I honestly, the last Pokemon main title series I played was Sun and Moon. I didn't pick up Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I don't know if I'll be picking up Sword and Shield just yet, but I don't know, there's just hasn't been an appeal to play them. So maybe Sword and Shield will be different, but we'll I guess I will have to kind of see based off of just reviews or something. I guess I'm not sure. I'll look into it, but yeah, I don't know. Like Sun and Moon wasn't terrible, but I there were a few things that just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. I guess, like the lack of gym leaders was kind of eh. It really kind of made the like that whole the Z moves I think it was. It made collecting all of those various elements just kind of like not worth it at all. Because like one of the ones that always kind of reminds me of that is like the fairy Z gym or whatever it is. The leader just like hands it to you because she's like, just take it. It's like, what? I didn't even have to earn this? So, I don't know. But yeah, hopefully Sun and Moon will maybe get me back into it, because I know they're not returning with Z moves or Megas. But we'll see. Yeah. I don't know, and I think I'm really okay with the Megas going away too. It just made some dudes super duper broken, which I never really got into, like, I never actually played competitive VGC or anything, but I kept up with it, and I know how much the Megas were kind of a pain in the butt. Like Kangaskhan, Salamence, Gengar even, I know, caused some problems, stuff like that. So, I don't know, I'm kind of glad those are not returning, I guess. Like, some of the Megas were really cool, but they didn't give it to the Pokemon that needed it. Like, if Kangaskhan wasn't as broken as it was, it would have been fine, because really they needed to give it to the folks who didn't evolve. Like Farfetch. Poor guy hasn't gotten any freaking attention. So, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. If they need to ditch that to ditch Z moves, I'm good with it. Hey, that'll be interesting. I might actually, I'll do what I usually do and kind of try to keep up with kind of what's the competitive teams out there and whatnot as far as Pokemon, but it'll be interesting to kind of see what the changes are and everything. I know the national dex is kind of a controversial topic with folks, but I think it actually is kind of interesting that they're limiting it. I don't know where I exactly stand on that decision, but I think it'll be kind of cool to have some limitations, I guess. Kind of force people to be like, okay, no more national dex. Focus on using these dudes and make them good. So, and we've already seen some Pokemon return anyway, so. Whoopsies. Ow. Oh, okay. Out of stamina, just dash. Well. This guy's going all over the place. Oh, he broke the rock. Ha! You fool! Seeing how long I can keep the Demon Dance up. Ooh, I actually did that super fast this time. Oh, and I forgot to equip that damn Elementalist Jewel again. Alright, National Dex thing is most likely not a permanent change, and I have a feeling it'll be patched in. Yeah, I could easily see it being patched in. I would be surprised if they didn't, to be honest. But, limited Dex made is at least one GC groups. Yeah. I could really see the limited VGC being a little more interesting. And I think they did that for a while, didn't they? They did like a Kalos. It was like essentially a Gen 1 meta. Not like so much the games, but like, so it was Kanto region meta, Johto region meta, Hoenn. Like, I thought they did like the Sinnoh, or like it was like every region meta, so you had to use Pokemon from that gen. I thought that was super interesting. So it kind of spices things up occasionally. Always feel so bad killing the Kulu. Yeah, he's such a derpy bird. He's not as derpy as the Cuckoo, but this is definitely the derpy bird of the game. Dang, still no Bird Wyvern gym. Alright, well I think I got enough beaks, so we might have to come back on Bird Wyvern gym farming. Let's see what our next one is. That's right, yeah, the Pachi team. Keep hearing about that. Just a second, Alistair's ringing at me for some reason. Okay. So, ooh, I didn't put that on my wish list. I think I got all the beaks that I needed. Pretty sure I did. Let's see here. Yeah, I just didn't put it on my wish list. So yeah, I just need the Bird Wyvern gym. So, oh, I actually didn't see. Oops. But no. There we go. So Gyarados and Anjanath. All right, and then this one is Hornitar and Balthazak. Is that really the next one? That's the next one on the list. Surprising. Okay. Alright, so let's do Gyarados. Gyarados, I like to use my heavy bow gun. Oops, not that one. It's this one. I forget if I've got... Oops. I do not have it assigned. Also, real fast, can this gun fire... Okay, it does. Never mind. I was trying to see if I could do the element list, but not on this build. Okay, so targets. We are gonna do Duratotus. I think it's dumb. Alright. Curious if I have a tempered. I do not. Well, what I'm looking for really isn't anything like super rare, so we're just gonna go for a 3 silver because I think that's the most things that I've got. Yeah. Investigations, Duratotus. Now we go Eastern Camp. Check up on farm.
Where else can you find deals like these?
One more hunt, and then I need to refertilize. But yeah, I mean, as far as other games, kind of to swing back around to that discussion, I really haven't been playing a whole lot, which is kind of sad. I feel like I've been like super limited. I've been doing a lot of mobile gaming. Brave Exvius was kind of the route that I was, the one that's really been kind of taking my time, but I'm kind of getting into a stuck spot on that one. Because it's doing events that basically don't... I finished the events that are out right now, so thus I don't feel like I want to burn the energy to actually play the game. Like the energy currency in game. So really I'm just logging in for like the dailies until like another cool event comes along, I guess, or something. I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation on that. I took a break from it because it was just like I wasn't really liking the content, and then I kind of came back because they introduced a Final Fantasy VII event, and I played through that, finished up what I wanted from it, and then now I'm back in the same spot where it's like nothing's really kind of interesting right now. They're doing like a collection of mana event, and it's yeah, I don't know, but they do a rotation on it, so I'm sure there'll be something that grabs my attention again here soon. Just they get so narrow-minded, I guess, with the kind of events that they do and the mechanics of it. And like currently, I have a cloud that just like mollywops everything. So I don't know. It's just kind of silly. It's just like, why am I even farming that? I'll just focus on this cloud. Yeah, there was rumor that Brave Exvius was going to get a second title, actually, that was going to be more kind of like Fire Emblem Heroes, I guess, in that strategy type style. But of course, this is going off of the lines of Final Fantasy Tactics. So that sounded actually kind of interesting, so I might check that out once it releases. I don't really have any details in regards to it, and I forget the name of the exact title. But apparently it was just announced at E3, so that'd be cool to look into. I don't go crazy on gacha games or anything. Slinger Thorns are really good. Actually, yeah, the Slinger Thorns were actually really cool with the Clutch Claw and Iceborne. From what I poked around with a little bit on it. I really miss the Ow. That was rude, sir. Well, it's just like everyone thinks that gacha you have to spend a crap ton of money on, or it's like super tempting, and it's like, nah, it just takes longer to get to where you want. Like, Summoner's War was another gacha that I played, and that one, it takes like a 3-year investment to get to endgame, essentially. But even then, like, your endgame relies on RNG, so it's just like, I can't take this shit seriously. But Summoner's Wars was actually a really interesting one, because it's, I kind of found it similar to Pokemon. And the game's been around forever, and still widely popular, has a surprisingly strong competitive scene, too. And I don't know, it's been kind of a interesting little thing. Well, I mean, all gacha games are like that, where it's like your RNG kind of is your, like, hey, did I get this unit? So it's kind of hard to actually fill in a team when you can't guarantee that you're going to get a certain unit from a certain thing. And I guess that's one of the things that kind of bugs me about Brave Exvius. It's like they're doing a Final Fantasy VII event right now, and it increases the chance to get the units for that particular event. So like this one is Aerith and Red 13 they just announced. But they don't increase the chances for any of the other Final Fantasy VII units. So when you are trying to max out a unit, you need a total of 4 of that same unit. And when that unit is a 5-star, the rarest one in the game, it's hard to get there. Like, my Cloud is a 7-star because I managed to pull into one other Cloud, but in order to get the best weapon for him, you need 2 additional Clouds. So your chances of actually finalizing a unit is super thin, and they keep releasing these worthless units because the only ones worth it in the game to use are these 6 stars, maybe 7 stars, maybe 6 stars, but none of the 5-star units are worth your time. Yet they still keep releasing them. So it's just like, it's such a weird system, and I'm kind of getting a bad taste in my mouth from it all. That it just, I like the game, and I like the fact that I'm able to get to a point in the game where it's like I can actually do some of the end-game content, like, easily, but it's at that point where it's like, shit's kind of too easy. I don't know, I need to check out some of the other Final Fantasy games, like Mobius or Opera Omnia, and see how I like those. See, did I get the fins? Yeah, that's what really bugs me, and I need to look at... Okay, I did get the Girototas, so Anjanath is next. I need to look at Summoner's War, because they just released... or I saw like an announcement kind of in passing that they did some sort of remaster to where like the lower star monsters who cap out at those worthless star levels got some sort of power-up or something that made them much better. So I need to actually kind of check out Summoner's War again and see if that's going to be worth my time. I would love to stream that content, but I have no idea how streaming on like a mobile device works. To my understanding is it takes a very particular connection or connector or cord or something to be able to do it, and I just haven't done it, or you have to run it via emulator. So I don't know. I need to look into that for sure though. Let me see. We're gonna take these 2 mantles, and then we're gonna post. Yeah, I need to check it out and fire it up and see if it's going to be interesting enough for me to maybe play it again. The thing that kind of got me out of it last time is just no one was really playing it alongside me. So it was just kind of like, when I play an online game like that, it's just kind of like, eh. It's not interesting if no one else is playing it. So I don't know. I'd love to get back into it if others were interested in playing, but I can't really force anyone to do it. Because I can't force interest for a game on someone, so... and I'm not trying to convince you to play it by any means. Certainly check it out, but no pressure. It's just, that's the kind of thing that bugs me in gacha games, is they keep releasing these things that monsters are kind of useless and only certain ones are worth it, but in order to get those certain units you have to rely on RNG to get them. But I guess that's the gacha thing, so I don't know. It's tough. But like one of the things that I like that Summoner's War did is like if you wanted to use a weaker unit, like say the 2-star or 3-star dudes, as opposed to the 4-star or 5-star units, obviously the 4-star and 5-star units just naturally have better base stats, kind of using Pokemon terms. But you could 6-star any unit. So I don't know. Only limiting factors my phone is kind of poop. Oh yeah. I don't think Summoner's War requires like anything like super graphically intense. So yeah, at least look at some gameplay or something and see if that kind of tickles your fancy. Or maybe if I can figure out how to stream, maybe I'll stream it at some point. Anjanath. I don't have the auto tracker on. Wait a sec. Oh, the mucus was on top of each other. That's funny. Not as extensive as Dragalia. See, I haven't played it Dragalia, so I don't know. Nothing ever really kind of pulled me into it, and like I'm not super big on anime, so when I kept seeing like Anime Boys as kind of the advertisement for it, it was just kind of like, I don't know if that's gonna be up my alley. But so I can't really speak to a comparison on it, but it obviously does have a meta, but at a kind of overviewing casual player, it does set you up pretty well to try to get you to do the grind. It sets you up with a unit known as the Water Magic Room Knight, and she becomes like your best farmer unit, and they just kind of give it to you free because they realize how good they set that up. So that's kind of cool. They really help support getting a grinding thing going, and they have a tutorial for it and everything. They've done a great job with it. It's just, I don't know, after a while the grind kind of becomes super repetitive and gets a little tough to kind of do much other than that grind in the game. What best lance to work against this guy? Yeah, most of the lances. Wasn't interested in playing it at first, but then literally everyone in my local friends was playing it. Oh yeah, it does seem like it's maybe a graphically intense game. I'm sure my phone could run it, but I don't know. I just haven't really checked it out because of no interest. And I don't know anyone who's playing it around me, to be honest. Most of the folks around me are playing Pokemon Go, and I just can't do that. I don't have time, unfortunately, to go. This Rocksteady mantle is just making me not give a shit right now. Wait. Oh, Gajalaka. Gosh darn it. Need a sharp end. Give me the opportunity. Ooh, nice. Picked up the bag. There you go. Oh. Gajalaka. Almost got me killed. Oh no. Holy crap. Gajalaka. You're the best, but you're the worst. Y'all are jerks. Gajalaka paralyzed me when I was already low health, and I basically probably only had like 1 or 2 health. And Anjanath was like right on me. I still have my temporal mantle up, so it was okay as long as he didn't do like a light hit, but... Oh no, mantle wore off. Hey, there is a base version. So now I can try to maybe aim for the tail if I so desire. Probably should. Reach it. That move there is the reason why I lance this fight. Spot in front of his face in time. I should probably just go for the sharpen anyway. I should have brought my Odogaron. Why did I bring my Damascus? I'm not worried about defense on this fight. Are you gonna sleepy? He gonna sleepy. Fool! Alright, where's that? Alright, not the best damage in the world, but I'm playing Lance. Not great. Did I get tail? Yo, we got tail. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Woo! There we go. Yeah, I should look to see real fast Lance options. I brought my more defensive build, but I need to bring my Odogaron next time. So Anjanath is weak to water. So this, on average, 1 second, brute, yeah, brute, average, set as target. Oh, whoa, I need a card. Ooh, nice. Got a gem. Hey, alright. So I just need one thing in the rewards. That'll probably be easy. I may not even need to worry about this, but I'm just curious. Because the water weapon I was using was the water spike. That does 171 plus 8. Perdition's Hand does 186 plus 1. I don't have the Deviligio Lance just yet. I got a thing. Dope. What is that? Ooh, nice. That's a good gem. Actually, Perdition's Hand is the strongest. Oh? What is this? Oh, nice. Cool. Alright. Cool. Alright. Yeah, Fiendish Tower is the Deviligio one, and that does 190 plus 1, so kinda hard to beat that out. 174, let's just kind of look through all these. 162, 164. One of Sorrow. 71. You did get hella paralysis though on the Barith, if you get free element. I did get my Fang, so I need to see what I am working on next. 50. Sorry, I'm just operating the control of one hand here, so not overrun. 176, 178. Yeah, I think the Deviligio is actually the best choice against Anjanath on average. But since I don't need Anjanath anymore, oh well. Alright, so let's see. Let's just look at this here. Alright, so we are going to remove the ones that just take gems. No, that was what I was going to do. We'll add those ones back to the wish list once we've got everything else done. I just want to focus on non-gem farming right now. Vern gem. That one technically takes a gem, but I need other parts. That one, same spot. Oh, I was like, oh. This I need bones for actually. Yeah, I need a lot of bones. So I think that's actually all of the ones that go off the bone and iron trees. So we're getting there. I did make this one, so I need double the stuff on that though. So I'm gonna need 10 total Fusey more and 2 Auvergne gems. And then Deviligio I just need to up and make. So let's go ahead and upgrade the Anjanath thingies. Bada boom. Nope. Name more things. Okay, so I guess I am gonna do a bit more Anjanath here. At least I have the gem already. So I don't have the Deviligio Lance. First things first, we're gonna equip this. And then we are going to take what was... I think I said the Nergigante one was the next best? Yeah, Perdition's Hand. The biggest of boys. And then we'll take Rocksteady. Oh, that was the other cool thing in Iceborne. When you use a mantle, you can actually put decorations on it, so that when you have that mantle active, those decorations are active. So like in the beta this last weekend, they gave you the Rocksteady mantle, and along with it, when you had it equipped, it gave you 2 attack gems, which was really, really cool. So it allowed you to really go into offensive mode, and then it's just like with the Ghillie Mantle, if you decide to use that, you could do something where it's like the attack item up or something. So like, I would imagine the Ghillie Mantle is just used where it's like an oh shit button. But you would have that and be able to use items faster. Did I already restock? I did not. So yeah, that was a really neat feature. I'm excited to poke around with that. I have no idea what you'd put on the Temporal Mantle though. Probably something offensive as well. Just I've only got 1 attack jewel. So I can't do all these fancy things. Alright. Yeah, Iceborne was super duper fun. The only thing that kind of made me sad about it is they gave you 3 quests, and trying to get him on auto track if I can. The first quest was just a Great Jagras, which I understand why they did that, but the other monsters on the map were just other monsters that you've encountered before. Anjanath and Rathlos, I think. So I was kind of sad about that. I was hoping that maybe they would throw in like a new monster for us to dink around with. But like when you do the Entekadrome, as I call it, it's Banbaru, I think is the correct name. Where you at? Where you at? We can start with Bitfall. Ah! Please. No! Come back! Come back! You fool! Eh? Come on over. But yeah, with the Entekadrome dude, you can also hunt the new Piscine monster that swims around on the ice. Barrow, or Bowden, whatever. So that was kind of cool, and I was kind of happy with myself because I found out that that guy was there, and I actually hunted both of those guys within the 20 minutes that they give you. So I was like, oh, that was kind of nice. Not as bad as I think. Let's see. Ooh. This guy. This guy. Heck. Ooh. Rocksteady Metal. I also take a lot of damage, but it's okay. It's not okay. Oh. Thank you. Is that a vitality flower? There's not. Okay. Okay. Oh, I definitely could have died there. Alright, that's fine. Took a lot of hits. Oh, jeez, I didn't even realize what time it was. Got roughly about 15 minutes more on streaming. Now I had to get off. Gotta do a few things to prep for an event, and then also get ready for work, I guess. Ugh. Now I'm excited to kind of move into a nighttime stream slot, mainly because more people are going to be able to watch. I usually, unfortunately, don't get anyone watching. Oh, that's great. But it's like I understand why no one watches, and that's just because I'm in a terrible, terrible time slot right now. But the change of hours of operations start next week, and I just need to see kind of roughly when I'm expected to get out of work, since I'm on the closing queue. And then we'll have a bit more details on when I'll actually be able to stream and stuff. But what will be really nice is I can actually, after work, just go hang out at my locals. Won't be able to play, sadly, but, you know, like for Pokken, I can always help commentate. For Final Fantasy TCG, I can help with the stream operation. So it'll be kind of nice. Really excited for that. Power up, my cat. Oh, oops. Yeah, it's been rough because it's really hard to determine if like certain games are worth the time to actually stream. Like My Time at Portia isn't a very known game, and it's an indie game. Indie developer has some troubles, had some problems, but also content on it has been kind of run dry. So it's been a lot of things that kind of determine like, is this game really worth streaming, or maybe just play it offline? So I still don't know on that. Why? Why? Yeah, that's right. Wait, did he drop? No, that's not material. Let's put that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the upcoming changes for as far as streaming goes, and I obviously do this like super casually. I'm not trying to do content creation. So My Time at Portia did have an official release, but I'll be honest, the release was rough. A lot of problems are still happening with the console release version of it. So I can really only recommend it on PC. Oh, yeah, those ice words. Bastard. But like, there's no voice acting for anyone on console versions, which is really weird. Only the PC version has it, and even then, it's not fully complete. So so not like every single line in the game has voice acting, which I guess isn't a necessity by any means, but they aren't consistent with what they want it to be. So like it's not so much like only a cutscene thing. It's just whenever they felt like paying the actor to voice act for this thing or had it done correctly is when you'll hear the voice acting, which really sucks. So I don't know. I was kind of buggered by that, and it's kind of tough to really kind of support it when so many things are still rough about its release. I still like the game. I love the concept. It's just like, guys, there's so many things you could have done better here that you totally should have. That it's just tough, I guess. Okay, we'll get to sharpen. Yeah, I really think they kind of rushed it because they're like, yeah, we're gonna get this game out holiday time, and then, I mean, they had to delay it from that. But what sucks is they delayed it and then didn't put out a finished product. And like, yeah, they're having to patch it to kind of add in certain things, and like their patch schedule is weird because the PC's patches are completely different from the console patches. The Switch patches are completely separate from the PS4 and Xbox 360 patches, or not 360, Xbox One patches. Like, it's super weird. Yeah, so it sounds like it had a similar fate to Blade Strangers. They just, I don't know, they handled it poorly, which really sucks, because it was a newer company that was trying to kind of get the feel for what they were doing. And it just kind of stinks that that's kind of how it had to go. But I mean, honestly, from what I've played on it, it's still pretty good. It's just you have to kind of like understand that the game has some rough patches that it's still working out. Let's grab the Nikas actually. See if we can't get auto tracking going. But yeah, I don't know. Let's figure out what games I really want to kind of stream, because I love Monster Hunter, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to stream it all the time, because then that means I'm only playing Monster Hunter, and I'm not getting progress in any other games. So I really need to kind of buckle down and be like, okay, Thursdays might still be my Monster Hunter day, depending on what other days I can stream. Right now it's kind of looking like Wednesday, Thursday. So like then Wednesdays are my other game day, whatever that may be. Wow, only one thing. It sucks. Maybe I should use non-tempered. Yeah, you're right there. Stardew Valley did have that issue as well. Hell, I haven't played that. I was debating about starting up Stardew Valley again because I have my file, but I fired it up and just completely forgot my daily routine. And I forgot like a lot of things about the game. So it's just like, man, I was really far on this file, so I don't really want to like restart by any means. But I'd have to restart my day like probably 2 or 3 times when I'm trying to figure out all the shit that I was supposed to be doing. Yeah, it's definitely not hard to restart, but it's just like I've never actually like quote-unquote finished the game. Like I've never gotten to that point where Grandpa evaluates your farm, and I've never gotten to that point where I've actually gotten married to anyone. So like I got a pretty good farm going, but like never really got really into the meat of it, I guess. It kind of got only to mid-game, I guess. never actually got to quote unquote end game, because obviously that game can never end. But yeah, I don't know. What was I gonna do? Oh, that's right. I'm gonna just prep an investigation, but I unfortunately will not have enough time to do another hunt.
Hello.
Target. We were looking for Angenea. Oh, I had the low rank. In case I needed it again. Ooh, I could do this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and assign that one, because I need both those guys. And we'll see how that goes. Let me restock. I'm actually going to change my equipment. We're going to grab Karma. Oops. Here we go. Okay. That should set me up pretty good. Double check this. Yep, we're still good there. What do we want to set this on? Ooh, robes, definitely. Okay. Well, I think... Let me double check. Oh, let me go actually add the items needed for that dragon bone stuff onto my wish list. Since I got a few minutes to spare here. Forge, weapons, dual blades, and dragon bone, yep. I just need to remember I need double the materials on that. I made all of those that I needed, and then we'll add that on there. So, okay. Well, I think that's going to be it for today's stream, because I'm definitely at a good stopping point and don't have enough time for another hunt. So, let me see here. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. Kind of like how I announced at the beginning of this, or at least on my tweet, this will be the last time I'm streaming at this time slot, the 10 a.m. to noon central. I don't know what my time slot will be next, but it definitely is going to be an evening one, just due to my change in work schedule. So more details to come on that. I'll try to have info on at least like consistent days that I'm going to stream. It's kind of a weird thing, because when I'm streaming in the evenings, my brother is going to be like 5 feet away from me over here, so he might get picked up on the mic. I feel really awkward talking to a stream when there's someone like right there. It's a weird situation, so but I'll work that out and we'll get it figured out. But yeah, so more to come. I will see if I can stream this weekend for the Iceborne beta. Just have some content on that and poke around. Yeah, so that's all I got for today. Let me see here. Yes, Weavile, we definitely should hunt soon. Maybe if I can catch you on the beta this weekend, assuming that it allows us to do multiplayer stuff still, that would be a good opportunity for it. That, or maybe this weekend's the weekend I buckle down and get the Switch Online stuff, so. Okay, yeah, I'll tag you in the future when I do those. I see that you retweet them occasionally when you see them, so I appreciate that. But I'll start tagging you on those too, or like follow tweet. But yeah. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.